Hello guys, and we start off right where we left off a couple weeks ago, back in KSP1. So yeah, we come back from this teleportation from KSP2 back to KSP1. We went through a rift and our ship has now touched down in KSP1. So we're just gonna recover the vessel, take our science. I don't know why we got science, but we got science anyways, and we're here at the KSC, and the original KSC, so that's nice to see. But today we are going to be doing a grand mission for the grand return of KSP1, a special mission. So we're going to be heading to Minmus. Yeah, it's not that exciting, but it's gonna be exciting how we're going to get to Minmus. So let's go straight into the KSC, into the space plane hangar. That wasn't very well phrased, but yeah, we're in the space plane hangar because we're going to be going to Minmus with an SSTO. Yeah, how exciting. I do realize I still haven't made a dedicated Minmus SSTO on this channel yet. I've made a June SSTO, that didn't go very well. I made a Mun SSTO, that was quite nice. So yeah, we're making a June SSTO, and it's gonna be a passenger and science SSTO. We're gonna bring most of the science equipment. So we're gonna bring the Science Junior, Mystery Goo, Graviton, seismic scanner, barometer, thermometer, and the magnetometer boom, because I did realize I still haven't got any magnetometer boom science yet in this save file. Because now that I'm back in KSP1, I'm just going back to my old science save file. So I still have all the science from Minmus, but I didn't actually ever really use the magnetometer boom. I don't know why I never used it. I just didn't know how to use it, even though it's quite easy to use. But yeah, now I'm finally starting to use it, so that's really nice. We're also adding an RTG to this cargo bay, which has all the science, because the RTG is the only source of power to this SSTO. So yeah, we're also gonna have 2 nuclear engines, which is gonna be our main workhorse in a vacuum, and we're gonna have 4 rapier engines. And as you can see, I am currently fiddling around with KERBAL Engineer Redux, because ever since I reinstalled KSP1 and I got a new monitor over the course of, like, the last time I played KSP1, I still had an old monitor. So now that I have a new monitor, all the scaling is wrong, and I still have all my old mods. So I'm gonna need to slowly just reinstall and update all my mods and just make sure everything's working. But I didn't do that yet. But yeah, I did install a new mod, and that new mod is camera tools, because I've always wanted to do like nice cinematic shots for these videos. So now that I've got camera tools, I can do them. I'm very bad at camera tools. I don't know how to use it properly. I had to Google an Indian YouTube tutorial on how to use KERBAL Space Program camera tools, and it's actually really difficult to use. So yeah, I wish there was a crash course on how to use KERBAL Engineer Redux, on how to use camera tools. And there we go, I've now made the wings, quite big wings actually. And we've also got the flaps and elevons and everything. It's really nice SSTO. I actually really like this SSTO. It's also got a lot of Delta V. Way too much Delta V. It can do the Mun. I believe it can do the Mun. It can't do Mun and Minmus. I don't think it can do that, but it can definitely do the Mun. The only reason why I didn't go to the Mun is because I was unsure at the time, so I just wanted to play it safe with Minmus. And I also really like Minmus, because I feel like the Minmus in KSP1 is actually really nice. I just really like the mint ice cream texture. So yeah, now we're building the main rudder, the big vertical, I don't know what it's called. I call it a vertical wing, so I don't know what you call it. And we're adding everything, the flaps, the everything. It's really coming together. It's actually a really nice SSTO. I really like it. Only one thing, if you want to make this craft, which I don't know if I'll put it in the description or not, but if you want to replicate this craft, one thing you should do is add an extra RCS wheel, because in the vacuum this ship spins so slowly. So yeah, well, we're now on the runway and we're going to take off. So you can see the really nice plumes of those Rapier engines because I have the waterfall mod. And I've also activated the camera tools mod, so we're gonna get a nice camera shot very soon. And we're just slowly picking up speed. Once I reach about 100 meters per second, I start pitching up and pull up the gear, and we're now just gonna stick to sea level until our rapiers reach max thrust. And max thrust for a rapier is when you reach 440 meters per second. Say once you reach 440 meters per second, the rapier engine unlock its full power, so they have maximum power, and this is how you manage to reach orbit. You just need to kind of hug the sea level, like you need to hug very close to the sea until you reach 440 meters per second, because you want to stay very low because that's where there's the most oxygen. And we're doing a nice camera tools pan, or whatever that shot is called. I think it's called a Doppler effect, I don't know. But yeah, we want to stick really close to the ground to get as fast as we can in the thickest area where there's the most oxygen. And we have now passed 440 meters per second. As you can see, our speed is increasing very rapidly, so this shows that our rapiers have finally reached maximum power. So now we're just keeping a steady angle of attack as we slowly reach the higher parts of the atmosphere. I'm just keeping about like 10 degrees. I feel like it's a pretty good thing, but as you can see, we're still in the pretty thick atmosphere and we are already having flames lapping the body. But that's a good thing. That means that we are going very fast, and that is important because to reach orbit we need to go at least 2,400 meters per second, which is very fast. So now I'm slowly ascending, slowly picking up speed, but eventually we're gonna stop picking up speed just because there's not enough air. So yeah, the Rapier engines are air breathing engines, so they require air to work, and if there's no air then they don't work. And as you can see, our speed has starting to decrease, so I've engaged those nuclear engines when I reach about 20 kilometers, and then I switched the Rapier engines into closed cycle mode. And yeah, closed cycle mode is extremely powerful. These Rapier engines have a lot of power, but that also seemed to have caused the SSTO to kind of like spin out of control. I don't know why, because usually when I activate the Rapier in closed cycle mode, I always try to get a really intense angle of attack to make my apoapsis increase. But at the time I wasn't looking at my apoapsis, so I wasn't looking at my apoapsis height, and usually I aim for 100 kilometers. Here I kind of went overkill to 130 because I wasn't looking at my height, and I kept pitching higher and higher, and I lost control, but I mean, it was okay. But yeah, I also saved a little bit of oxidizer. I like saving up oxidizer just in case I need it. For example, when we land at Minmus, there might be like, I don't know, something bad. We might need the oxidizer. So just to be safe, save up some of that oxidizer. And now we're doing our Kerbal circularization using those nuclear engines, and there we go. We're now in a nice circular orbit. So I'm gonna take a sip of my water now. Delicious iced water. By the way, it is extremely late for me. It's like 10, so yeah. I'm actively trying to upload this video on a Saturday, but I am recording the commentary on a Saturday, which is today, and it's like 10. I don't think I'll be able to get the video out today, so I might have to postpone it to Sunday. But I'm just really annoyed because I'm trying to bring back the usual Saturday Kerbal Space Program uploads, but so far I've failed, and it's been Sunday every single time, so I don't know how I can help myself. But yeah, we're now heading towards Minmus. I didn't even talk about the Minmus maneuver node. It's very easy. Just target Minmus, go to descending node, make a big maneuver node, and then just spin that maneuver node until you get a Minmus encounter. So yeah, that was quite easy, quite trivial. 900 meters per second maneuver node. But as you can see, oh well, I'm doing a little bit of science. Honestly, this science wasn't needed, but I mean the magnetometer boob science was needed, but every other science was kind of useless. But yeah, as you can see, the thrust to weight ratio of this craft is very poor. It's bad thrust to weight ratio, so can't help you. Nuclear engines are just really slow, and as you can see, I've nearly completely filled the SSTO. We've got we've got 3 pilots. We've got 2 main pilots and a backup pilot if something goes wrong. We've got 3 engineers to monitor the SSTO basically, and we've got 2 scientists to do some research, because this magnetometer boom equipment is very interesting. We're doing a lot of research, and I've overshoot my mid-course correction burn because I needed to do a little bit of a mid-course correction burn to correct my incline and get a nice Minmus encounter. So yeah, I overshot, but it's okay. Like, burns this small, it doesn't even matter. And I've already prepared my maneuver node for circularizing at Minmus. So yeah, another sip of my water. I need to make loud slurping noises so everyone can hear me. Also, I must address the elephant in the room that I'm a little bit funged up. And that's just because I'm a little bit like, I didn't really get a cold. I mean, right now for me it's kind of like seasonal allergies right now. In time we don't really have seasons, but like, cause it's like the rainy season right now, it's a little bit like, there's a lot of diseases, and it's very rainy and it's very humid, and there are a lot of diseases in human air. So yeah, I'm a little bit ill, a little bit funged up, but it should be okay. And we've basically now circularized at Minmus, so I don't really have anything to talk about anymore. This video is actually really long. It's like 25 minutes. Honestly, I didn't want it to be 25 minutes, but this is what this is the first KSP1 video in a very long time. This is the grand return. We're gonna make this more epic, so it's a very long video, but yeah, it's actually really long. I'm just really bored. What I'm scared of is that I'm gonna run out of things to talk about in the commentary. But right now we're halfway through the video, so it's going pretty well so far. And now we've done our deceleration burn to land at Minmus, and we're gonna land on this nice flat. Now, honestly, when landing SSTOs, I always recommend landing on the flats, just because the issue is takeoff. SSTOs need very long runways, especially in a vacuum, because there's no air, there's no lift. It takes a very long time to gain like momentum to reach orbit, and so basically, like, especially on Minmus, you need extremely long runways, and the flats offer very long runways, whilst if you're on like the mountains and plateaus, there aren't really any nice runways. So that's why I always say just land on the flats. It's nice and easy to land on, and as I said, it's nice runway. And we're coming down quite close now. Once again, we've got very low thrust to weight ratio, which isn't in our favor. We've got quite a big spacecraft too. And also, I don't know if you can tell, but I guess maybe because this footage is sped up, but in real time, the ship spins super slowly. Honestly, I just forgot to add an RCS wheel. I highly recommend you add an RCS wheel, just so that you don't waste your time waiting for the ship to spin. Because the speed the SSTO moves is as fast as a carousel, really. Like, it's so slow, But yeah, now we've landed on the nuclear engines, very safe, I believe. And now we're kind of reorienting ourselves until we belly flop onto the ground, and very safe, just kind of bounced up, but there's no gravity on, well, there is gravity on Minmus, there's gravity on everything, but like, very low gravity, I should say, because Minmus is quite small. And let's take a nice screenshot. It's been a long time since I've taken a screenshot of the SSTO, so that's nice. I don't know if this will become the thumbnail. I've taken many screenshots because I've been thumbnail fishing in this entire video. This looks so nice. This looks like a nice screenshot though, let me be quite honest. And now it's time to get our science equipment. We're gonna do a little bit of science to get some of that science points. And now, ooh my god, nearly burped. And now we're gonna get, what's his name? I literally can't see. I know he starts with a B, so let's just say he's called Bungee Kerman. So let's get our pilot down onto the ground. Let's get another pilot onto the ground. And oh my god, they crashed, and now they did a roly-poly, and they're a little bit injured, but it should be okay. And now he's just gonna steadily walk towards his fella and his pal, and he crashed into the SSTO. Oh goodness lord. And now they're both united. They're now together. The pilots are together. And now he's gonna plant a flag. And as you can see, it's my old flag. So yeah. Oh my god, I miss this flag. I really miss my flags from KSP 1, because in KSP 2, flags didn't really work. I mean, flags worked, but custom flags didn't. I mean, there were mods, but like, they didn't work. Mods in Kerbal Space Program 2 didn't really work, so yeah. But it's nice to be back in Kerbal Space Program 1, and I didn't even address the visual mods. I think I can make the game look much better. It just depends on my PC. I actually really want to try the Parallax 2 mod, but I'm just scared it's gonna burn my PC. I've taken out my engineer and my scientist so that we can do a little bit of a walk on Minmus, and look at this nice screenshot. The Kerbals are reunited. So that's that. Well, they were always united in the SSTO, but I mean, they're now united on the surface of Minmus. So yeah. As I was saying, I really want to try out more visual mods, because although my current selection of visual mods is very nice, and like I really like the Astronomer's visual pack and all the other mods I use, like Scatterer and EVE, and also I found this chunk and I decided to take it. It's like a breaking ground chunk. And now I fade back to all the Kerbals being on board, because I didn't want to waste your time, because bringing all the Kerbals back on board took quite a long time. And as you can see, the video is already 17 minutes long. I didn't want the video to drag on for too long, but yeah. Now we are taking off, and as you can see, I'm now proving my point of, yeah, you need a very long runway, because it took me quite a while to be airborne, and now I'm just kind of aiming to get a decently high apoapsis of about 20 kilometers, but yeah. Let me get back to mods. So yeah, I really want to try out the stock, what's it called, I really want to try the Parallax 2 mod, but I also really want to try out, what's that mod called again? Oh, the volumetric clouds mod, but I need to sign up to Blackcrack's Patreon, so I'll see if I'll pay for the mod. It's basically paying for a mod, but the mod is very good, so I mean, like, I really want my videos to look nice, so, and also, it's aesthetically pleasing to look at the volumetric clouds. So yeah, personally I would pay for it, but I don't know. I'll see. But yeah, we're now in Minmus orbit, and instead of circular rising, I decided to directly make a burn to get down to Kerbin, because we were in the right position. So let's just go to Kerbin straight away. So yeah, just make a maneuver node, get to Kerbin. It's really easy. If you want a tutorial, actually I don't have a Minmus tutorial on this channel. Oh wow. I mean, if you want a tutorial, I've got a docking tutorial, but wait, that tutorial only works for Kerbal Space Program 2. I need to redo all my tutorials in Kerbal Space Program 1, because I did a couple KSP tutorials, but they were all in KSP 2. So I need to just redo those tutorials, but in KSP 1. I think the main one is docking, because I believe docking is actually quite difficult, especially for beginners, and having a nice docking tutorial is always helpful. So I think I'm going to redo my docking tutorial, but in KSP 1, because docking is almost essential in every interplanetary mission. It's basically essential in every interplanetary mission. The only interplanetary mission where I don't think you need docking is probably Gilly. And when I mean interplanetary mission, I mean like return trip. So you go and return trip. So you bring Kerbals to the planet and then bring them back to Kerbin. And you also land on that planet. But yeah, it's maybe yeah, Juna you can do direct to send Juna. It's quite difficult, but also like you can do it. I've never done it because I don't know why. I just really like docking. And now we're getting close to Kerbin. Now for our Kerbin capture, we're gonna do an aero capture. We're gonna do 2 aero capture and a final capture burn. So yeah, we're getting close to the atmosphere, and we are now in Kerbin's atmosphere. So we're starting the aero capture. It's quite easy, quite trivial. Now for some reason, the space plane just started spinning for some reason. I was like really confused. I then realized the issue is really just because of the fact that the fuel is quite weirdly distributed. So after that I transferred all the fuel into the back of the ship. But yeah, and now we're fading into the second aero capture because I didn't want to waste your time. But yeah, the second aero capture I thought I had pumped the fuel back into the back of the craft, but apparently not. Or maybe I did, I don't know. But yeah, the space plane is weirdly bad at flying. I don't know why, it just spins a lot. But yeah, we captured in Kerbin orbit. I didn't show that because I don't need to show that. And now we're doing our capture, our descent burn to go to the Kerbal Space Center. And I usually aim for the ocean near the Kerbal Space Program the KSC. So like there's like a landmass in front of the KSC. I usually aim for that landmass. And did you just see that cut? Yeah, I did a quick save because my first capture towards the KSC I missed. I overshot and things went horribly. And by the way, things will go horribly. We're gonna take quite a lot of twists in this return to the KSC. Things are going quite weird, and I must not lie, things went insane actually. But yeah, now we're heading towards the KSC. I'm trying to brake because I feel like I'm overshooting, but in the end I ended up undershooting. So that's why I'm doing all of these big spins and things. In the end I undershot the KSC, and then after I got into this death roll that I couldn't recover from. So I had to turn on my engines, turn on the Rapier engines, and then I got into this really weird spinning stall and I couldn't recover. So I decided to just nosedive and just speed up and just hope I don't crash into the ground. Eventually I recovered, and now we recovered. But yeah, we lost a lot of altitude from that death roll, and that's what I meant. And I undershot the KSC because now I had to use raw engine power to reach the KSC, and things are not gonna go very well now. So enjoy the several attempts it took me to land at the KSC. I'm just really rusty. I just haven't played KSP 1 in such a long time. But yeah, I haven't played KSP 1 in such a long time, so that's probably why I'm so bad. But like, yeah, I thought I could do it. Yeah, but now I'm heading towards. We still have a lot of velocity. I should have added some air brakes, but I forgot. But yeah, now reaching the runway. I'm slowing down. We're deploying the drogue chutes, and you're gonna see disaster number 1 of this entire mission. Yeah. I ended up landing on this angled spot on the runway, and ended up losing both engines. So yeah, that's annoying. So this is our second attempt. This is actually the attempt, like, this is several attempts later. I tried again, but once again I couldn't reach the runway, so I ended up landing on this angled bit and destroying my engines. But this is third time's the charm. This is not actually third attempt. This is like 10th attempt. But yeah, this attempt I was like, I can't reach the runway, I give up. So I decided to just decided to land right next to the runway on this flat piece of soil, of grass. I mean, some people might think, oh, why aren't you landing at the runway? But I mean, it's basically the same thing. It's just right next to the runway. And yeah, we landed safely. So I guess our Kerbals are back at the KSC. So that's really nice. And we got quite a lot of science. How much science did we get? 1,000 something science points. That's very nice. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, the return of KSP1. On the left hand side is a video for you, on the right hand side is a playlist, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Goodbye.